The next lesson I unfortunately had to learn the hard way, and it is that authority is not given, it's earned. I used to think that by simply having the title of project manager, that people would have to listen to me and do what I said. But I quickly learned that this was not the case. The people on my project did not report to me. They were just assigned to my project and they still had their own managers that they reported to. So here I was, completely naive, thinking that I could assign tasks and tell people what to do. They would just go out and do it by the deadline that I was set for them. But that was not the case at all. The reality was that I had to earn their respect before asking them to do things on the project. And so a couple of points here. Of course, you'll have some personalities on your project who are more easygoing. They want to avoid conflict. They're easy to influence. You ask them to do something once and they'll just get it done. These people are great to have on your project, but not everyone will be like that. Many times you'll have people on your project who are way more technically knowledgeable about the thing or project that you're working on. They'll be way more senior than you, both in position and the tenure at the company. And they won't just be assigned to your project. They'll also have their regular day-to-day jobs that they need to take care of. And when you have people like this, you absolutely need to earn their respect before they will willingly do work for you that's needed on the project. On one of my more recent projects, which was at a medical device manufacturing company, I had to upgrade old IT hardware and software to their latest versions and make sure that they were compatible and would work on Windows 10 and Windows 11. Now, if you know anything about the medical devices industry, it is that the industry is heavily regulated, frequently audited by the FDA, and requires strict quality measures and validation procedures before you deploy any kind of change into production. So here I was, I had no clue about the medical device industry. I wasn't familiar with validation procedures, and I wasn't familiar with the quality standards that were required. And to make it worse, I was working with someone who had been with the company for over 30 years. He was the one who had actually developed much of the internal IT applications at the company. And now I had to work with him to get those same applications updated. It was extremely difficult at first to get him to update and test anything. What changed everything, however, was me actually learning more about the company's quality processes, involving the quality team and making sure that the changes we were about to make would thoroughly be validated and qualified before we released anything out to production. Now, what that conveyed to the 30-year-old vet on my project was that I wasn't just some guy saying, hey, do this or do that. I was someone who was willing to get into the weeds, someone who's willing to learn how things worked and learn the environment that we were working in.